Good afternoon once again, ladies and gentlemen. You join me as I swing in through the last corner, go to the left before the line, and start what is going to be the pole lap for the TNR Malaysian Grand Prix. We're all the way to the left, late braking into turn 1, going to be a very late apex. Swinging in right now onto the curb, opens up turn 2 quite nicely as well. I'm getting a good exit there. There's a car up to the left, won't be too much of a worry for us, they were well out of the way. Thank you to them. Heading down towards the first sector split, we are 3/10 up on the current pole sitter, which is Hold Up Man and his Williams. Although not many people have set a great lap time so far. Got to see what happens later in the session. Wheelie Sweeper should be flat out. Shift down to 5th for this next one, keep the grip through there, that was quite nice. 4th gear for this next double right-hander. There's a car in front of us, hopefully they don't slow us down. Running out to the curb there, not over it though because it can get quite vicious. This is a difficult corner. Got good traction on that particular occasion though, and sprints as well off the track, in fact, out of our way. I still didn't take the optimal line through there, but worked out by the time we got to the apex. Now to this lovely sweeper leading up to my favourite corner on the track. Everyone else seems to hate it, but you just follow the line I took there and brake at the right point, you should be able to apex it. That's HSV talking about the lag in this session, and you'll see evidence of that later on. I think we may need to change hosts for next week, but it didn't pose a problem for me in this race, thankfully, although it did pose a problem for some others, which I definitely saw some evidence of. Staying to the right across the line for the best possible run, we go to a 34.3.
Fantastic. That was the fastest lap.
Within a tenth of my PB, and it's enough for pole. Stingray right behind us though, so no relent in this championship chase. And it's wet, can you believe it? The one time I had an advantage in qualifying. In the dry, I reckon this would have been an easy race win. But no, it has to be wet, and the traction control is just going to let Stingray get away with this, I'd imagine. We'll have to see though, we'll hold him up as long as we can. We've got a new driver in headshot qualifying 3rd, and everyone's missed their braking zone, underestimating the lack of grip here. And there is the aforementioned headshot, who did a very good job to make turn 1. Looks like Dynamite did a good job as well. Now we're trailing this Haas. Now the problem for me is here, do I risk getting past this guy? I don't know anything about him. Is he clean? Is he not clean? No idea. Either way, he makes a bit of an error there, but not enough for me to get around the outside. And he plays it very smart there, apexing the second part of the corner. I could not get a good run off it, although there's a bit of lag. You saw it there. Not the only bit of lag I'd see in this race. Now, the outside should have the best traction here. Can I get around him? We're side by side. I'm putting a lot of trust into this guy. My championship could go up in smoke if he makes an error. But it seems this guy is quite capable of having a very clean battle. So thanks for that headshot. That was very fun. Not over though. He is still after that maiden victory in his debut. So around the outside he comes at the last turn. Whoever can get the car straightened up first surely will have the better traction. And looks pretty even, although he's dropping back now. Not sure if he caught the curb or something, but he's got a bad run. OP Magic is coming through in that McLaren, who's going to end up 2nd into lap 2. They're both coming down my inside. I wait to turn in. Was there a collision there? Either way. And it looks like Stingray is now up onto the podium once again. And in fact, he dispatches the Dynamite very quickly and is now all over us. This is the problem I was considering before the race. In the wet, there's no way to compete with traction control, and look at the exit he gets here, it's phenomenal. Now he looks like he's also running less downforce than us, so he's going to come through. Not much I can do about it. If I'd have defended to the inside, he'd just gone to the outside. So I try and hang it around, not enough grip, and he's through into the lead. And from then on, it was about not knocking my wing off firstly, and then staying as close as possible. There's an example of lag. It said I had fastest lap for a second there, even though he's in front of me, and then he got it. Very weird. Anyhow, end of lap 4, cars are entering the pits. I'm not one of them. They're going for inters. I think it's not ready yet. Guess who was right? Not me. I pit the next lap. Let's see where we come out. Stingray's already gone through, so he's definitely made a bit of a gap. Silent also going past us. Thankfully we didn't lose any more positions. Crook got it even more wrong by not pitting until the following lap he would surrender his position. I think he was actually first for a little bit there, but he would fall back into the clutches of several other cars. You get a warning there for going wide, and another one a couple of laps later, still in this intermediate phase. That would put us on one further warning to get a penalty, and that was not what I was after. I just clipped through Stylin's pit guys there. Hope they're all okay. Either way, we pitted for dry tyres. Top three, all on different tyres. Stingray on softs. He's in the pits there. He had to pit before everyone else. Stylin on the hards. I put the mediums on, so I needed to pit after Stingray on another set of mediums. Where are we going to come out? It looks like 7th at this point. 2 cars battling in front of us. We're going to have to clear them as soon as possible. Oh, the back end just came out a little bit and I clipped that curb 3 seconds onto our race time. Whoa, what is that? That's some serious lag. And we've got a sound glitch on top of it. That was OP Magic going out of the race though. That collision putting him out. It looked like Danny Rick had lost it actually in the Renault, but in fact it was complete lag. Sorry to OP, he must have been affected by the hosting on this occasion. That was Danny Rick out of the way. 17 seconds now to Stingray, but Stingray's now overtaken Stylin. If something happened to Stylin, he tried to go to the end on hards from the intermediate phase. Does he have a puncture? Answer is yes, unfortunately for the Haas driver. He was sitting on 75% at the time, so that's quite harsh by the game, especially when you consider by the end, Stingray was on 88%. The gap though is coming down sector by sector. This is all on the last lap. It just wasn't enough. His tyres were off the cliff, but I just did not have enough time to catch up. One more lap, and he would either have got a puncture or I would have caught him. Either way, Stingray takes 7 points out of us. I was hoping Stylin could have won that race and made that only 3, but there you have it. 7 points gained by him, 7 points the difference going into Japan. See you guys next time in Suzuka.